Nevertheless, the Russian Federation continues to be obstinate, quickly getting tangled in its own lies, and starts to believe again in its omnipotence. Moreover, the mechanism is known and tested. First it spreads lies, then it starts to believe in those lies itself. And Lavrov expressed a categorical no to the proposal of deploying a peacekeeping contingent from Europe in Ukraine, saying that Russia will never allow it. Well, I think that as a result, the naive Trump, or not naive, but malicious, will inevitably end up in that deep puddle where he might drown along with all his sycophants. And the stone around his neck will be that caricatured peacemaking, which he is currently so fascinated with. And inevitably, Trump is headed for a grand fiasco. The fact is that Putin will never let anyone even touch his treasure to his beloved war, driven by the dream of a burning Kiev, of Zelensky's head. The Russian Führer will never voluntarily end or suspend it. And the obvious, utterly candid signal of this is today's bark of Lavrov. The head of Putin's foreign ministry is well trained in all kinds of barking, showing the mood and attitude of his master. And through the sounds emitted by the foreign minister, everything becomes clear for the 1000th time. Clear to everyone. In the word barking, by the way, there is nothing offensive, extreme, or derogatory. Barking in service dog training is a skill that allows the dog to deter from an object. And it shows readiness to attack if the intruder comes too close. But in general, it must be said that the world has trembled. A very important archetype of this world has broken. The image of the United States of America. There are such global roles. When states act in their usual roles, within their usual framework, maintaining their image, whether vile or noble, servile or free, and a sharp violation of this image, stepping out of this role, is perceived by the world very painfully. Role and image are crucial things, especially for weak minds. Look, there's Carlson who lives on the roof. If he eats 80 buns, he won't step out of his role, out of his image. But he shouldn't masturbate while flying over Stockholm. And Hamlet, the Prince of Denmark, can stab Polonius 5 times personally, strangle his mother, Gertrude, but he has no right to start collecting glass bottles in the urns of Elsinore or open a pawn shop in Elsinore and there refuse Hamlet's father's ghostly opportunity to pawn a rusty helmet. Imagine all of this. A reader with a weak mind, unprepared, opens Hamlet and observes such things. That is, the breaking of the image is generally fatal for the plot. But all of this makes the story we live in even more unpredictable, derails it from its rightful tracks, and distorts it even further.